Jews. That's why we're called Christians. Because you cannot call us, we are Jews, but we're not just Jews. Okay, so St. Paul is referring to the Jews as those who have, the Jews who call themselves Jews, but are not Jews because they've rejected the Messiah. Yeah, those people he calls them as dogs. So now when you say that he is a Jew, no he's not. No, he's not a Jew. No, he's not.
Well, what does your ethnicity?
Why does it matter what my ethnicity is?
Because you sound very interesting. Like I can't place you.
I'm Palestinian.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Cool. You did a lot of study.
Of course, I do Torah. I study Torah every day. Now the truth of the matter is, Paul himself, you cannot call him to be a Jew according to the Jewish understanding of what a Jew is. You cannot call him a Jew.
Well, once a Jew, always a Jew.
Yeah, that's retarded. That contradicts the words, because it contradicts the words of Moses.
But it's special to Jews so that you can't leave.
Yeah, I disagree with that. You can't leave, then how come did Moses kick you?
Where in the Torah does it say that you could leave Judaism?
People who don't do Shabbos can be killed spiritually. Some people might believe otherwise. They will be cut off from the people. You can find
נכון, ונפשו הנפש ההיא מעמها, but that doesn't mean they cease to be Jewish.
Well, what does it mean to be cut off from the people?
Karis means that one is cut off from existence. It doesn't mean they're not Jewish.
That's not true. Can you go to the book of Numbers, the second census? Can you compare the second census of Israel with the first?
But if you're cut off, how are you Jewish?
Exactly. If you're cut off, you're no longer Jewish. Exactly. You're excommunicated.
Yes, but as long as one is alive, they're Jewish. So as long as Paul saying
if you're cut off from Israel, you're not a part of the community. You're done. You're out.
Exactly. You're no longer a Jew.
But that has to be carried out. The Torah says it has to be carried out by beast then.
No, wait, what?
No,
the Torah says that it has to be the judgments of Karis.
Rabbi, really quick. So if you're in America, you claim you're Jewish and you don't keep Shabbat, you're not a part of us as a people. You're something else. You're a boy.
Exactly. You're not a Jew. Exactly.
But
exactly.
That's not
exactly.
Judaism. Judaism says that for
Karis. That's
Deraisa for Karis to be carried out, it has to be carried out by beast.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Bro, you're bullshitting yourself, okay? If you go and sleep with a goy, you're in court. You don't need a base dip.
No, you need to eat them. You need to eat them. You need asara.
You're a liar.
That's what the Torah says. It says it right in the Torah. Al-Shnei Eidim.
You think you're saying it the right way? You ain't saying nothing.
It literally says black and white in the Torah.
You don't need a base dip. Okay? You're cut off
exactly.
from your mind.
You do need a base dip. The Torah says that. It's right.
You don't know what the Torah is.
It's right in Leviticus that
know what the Torah is.
Al-Pi Shnei Eidim Yaakov Davar.
Tell me, that's why I like Black Rabbi, because Black Rabbi is he's telling you exactly as it is. If you don't do Shabbos, you're not a Jew. Moshe made it very clear, dude. He made it very clear.
No, there's more. There's trying to say, oh, you need a base din to prove that you don't need. No, you don't need a base din.
The Torah says Al-Pi Shnei Eidim Yaakov Davar.
Yo, shut the fuck up. You don't need a base din for being current. Stop lying to yourself.
You actually do. For Misa B'dei Shamayim, you don't, but for Misa B'dei Adam, you do. But we don't live in a time.
We're talking about in Shamayim, dickhead.
But we don't live in a time.
You're on Clubhouse right now. You're not a part of us. You're not a part of us. Whatever you want to tell yourself, you're not a part of us. Neither is this other guy. I don't care about your grandmother and how they lived in Israel and what they did in Israel and this and 200 years ago, 80 years ago. You're not a part of us.
There's a Jew.
You sound really angry. The Torah says Al-Pi Shnei Eidim.
You don't know what the Torah is. You think you're saying it.
Why are you so angry?